Good day journal. Now and again, you need to do a life review. You can call it a life audit, but nobody likes the word audit. Nobody means that you don't like the word audit. Audit reminds you of the days when you were an accountant for the federal government. Just hearing the word audit creates a trail of tears inside you. Yes, there was a lesser trail of tears in your past life. Nothing even as close to the displacement of indigenous people of the land now known as America suffered. However, there was a time when the same government turned your life upside down and supplanted any direction of tranquility. Today, a reformed accountant, or better yet, it is for you to state that the Creator transformed you into something more meaningful. The divine convert you into a person who lives his best life daily, which has nothing to do with accounting. Still, to be that person, you must be no different than an accountant examining the people, places, and things in your life. You must inspect who you allow to be part of your life ecosystem. Everything matters in your ecosystem. You better be sure that your ecosystem's people, places, and things all mean you well and that all work for the greater good. Each time you perform such an inspection, you discover that you must reduce the number of people in your life. Your daily human interactive circle grows smaller and smaller. Even the association you have with folks you once described as notable, and those relationships you previously believed would last to the end of time, seem to shrink excessively. Life becomes much too peoply for you. On the surface, spending so much time alone might make you appear lonely to the public. However, the surface only tells part of the true story. Yes, you seclude yourself from the masses, but you're not in the least bit sad. Alone, but not lonely. Secluded, but not saddened. Blue on occasion, but not because you're by yourself. Most days, it's just too peoply for you. Viewing the people, places, and things in your life keeps you moving forward. Being primarily by yourself allows you to stay lean in your thinking. It will enable you to pivot and iterate your life instantly. When you're waiting for others to decide what to do, it's like carrying excess weight. No, don't do that. Political correctness be damned. Be the equal opportunity offender that you know. Go ahead, say what you mean by excess weight. You mean fat. You were the fat kid wearing husky clothes back in the day. You were the fat dad yelling at your child to run fast and give more effort when you couldn't run fast, as if your life depended on it. And the only effort you could give to being healthy and fit was a failed, pathetic effort. When you're fat, it's hard to move. It's hard looking around excess weight and surplus body fat. Being fat might work for Albert, but it never worked for you or any of the other Cosby kids. When working to become the person you have forever imagined being, you must be lean regarding companionships and appear mean-spirited regarding attachment. You must go it alone most days. You must be okay, in fact. You have to welcome voluntary seclusion. Many days you're like those monks you respect. You don't talk to anyone. Moreover, you want to avoid talking to anybody. You prefer to sit alone in nature to be acquainted with what matters most, your relationship with your maker, your mind, body, and soul connection with the universe. On most days, you prefer to sit alone contemplating how we might avoid the existential threats to humanity, the purpose of your life in the grand scheme of the universe, and how to love neighbors as yourself in accord with the infinite directions, despite not liking your neighbors very much or at all. Yet, you're not a monk. There are many reasons you will never be a monk. Some of those explanations are G-rated. Others are cueing the 70s porn music, XXX rated. In any event, you've not sworn off all personal and social relationships. It's just that when you assess where you want to go with your life and who you want to be, not all the people, places, or things you associated with yesterday will make the cut for today. At times in life, not only do you have to cut your losses deliberately, but you also must spontaneously cut ties and cut loose those who don't make the cut. You must voluntarily remove yourself from the people, places, and things that make you worse, and most importantly, fail to make you better. Life is short, and the accompanying list of people, places, and things that make up your life are best when they are short. How many people do you need in your life anyway? How many eagles must accompany the soaring eagle for that eagle to fly higher than ever before? How many places differ from the one specific environment you find best for you? Even though you can find sun, sand, palm trees, and the ocean in many areas, you do not need to go to all those places to find peace and serenity. Furthermore, you must find the peace and serenity inside you before seeking to find it outside you. You don't need or want things that rust and moths destroy. The things that you desire are less material and more spiritual. You want peace and stillness, the kind that comes with owning no damn body and not owning another. You want the solitude and silence that exists when your human trinity perfectly aligns with the spirit. You want to remain connected at the heart to the people, places, and things that allow you to live with joy on purpose. Alone, you'll be more than in the company of another. Alone, but not lonely. Seclusion will appeal to you more than being surrounded by lots of folks. Physically isolated very often, you will be but never mentally or emotionally inaccessible. Sure, your task each day is to do what is in the greater good, to leave the planet better upon your departure than when you arrive, but that doesn't mean you can't assess if the people, places, and things in your life make the call on your life easier or more challenging to achieve. Becoming and remaining a serial, best-selling, award-winning author and renowned global public intellectual requires routine, quarterly inspecting of your ecosystem. The people, places, and things that make up your environment must remain under continuous review. Three Dog Night saying, 1 is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. 1 is for you the loneliest number that there ever has been for a reason. You want to have a first-class, number 1 kind of life. Therefore, you must be okay with being alone, but never lonely. You must welcome being in desolate places without being despondent. You must never stop reviewing the people, places, and things in this life, this only life, if you intend to keep living this one life, just as you always imagined, a life that the Creator undeniably makes at number 1.
Reflect and write. Is it time to evaluate who and what is in your ecosystem? Is it time to reduce the number of people you allow in your life? What fat, yes fat, must you trim in order to be mentally, physically, and financially well? Are you in need of some voluntary seclusion in order to become the best version of yourself? Now act. In order to be the best version of yourself, you must voluntarily remove yourself from the people, places, and things that make you worse, and most importantly, fail to make you better. Today, spend some time doing an audit. Yes, that's right, an audit. It's time to do a review of what makes up your ecosystem. Take time today to consider the people, places, things, and habits in your life. Do they make you better, or do they make you worse? Be brutally honest with yourself. Make a commitment to begin to extract those things, people, places, habits that are not moving you closer to the life you've always imagined. Now journey forward.